Thank
We're
you,
live on
Victoria.
YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Happy Children's Day. Today we're gonna discuss about topic and studying English process and other topics as well. We will create other questions as well based on the attendant answers. So, well, my name is Edo Miller and I will be the host today. Bruna, can you introduce yourself, please?
Of course, guys, I'm sorry if there's a noise here in the background, but my parents are at home and everything. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
Bruna.
nice.
I'm 26. I live in São Paulo. I work as an English teacher, and I think that's it. I've been joining TNT meetings since the beginning of September. And yeah, as I said before, it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. What about you, Jefferson?
I'm Jefferson. I'm from Goiânia, Goiás. I'm an economist. I'm a professor for Catholic University of Goiás. And I'm improving my English in TNT for 3 months. And you, Louis?
Nice.
Louis?
I'm Louis, I'm 15. I live in Natal and I'm coursing building technician. And that's it. What about you, Victoria?
Hey guys, my name is Vitória Silva. As you can see, I'm 16 years old. I live in Aracaju, Sergipe. I study chemistry technician, and I'm a high school student as well.
Some thanks, everyone. Questions, this conversation will be very easy, very soft, just relax because today's holiday, so you don't need to answer tough questions. So the first one is, Louis, how is your English studies going? Share.
Actually, it's not going as I would like to because nowadays I'm feeling like motivated. Not I'm not doing like daily routine. I'm just studying one day and another day I did not study. But out of that, like going great. I can study a little bit. Yeah, I watching videos on YouTube, so I think that is going to practice my listening, and that's it. It's not
Oh.
too much thing.
Yeah. You know what? That's funny because I do not expect some answer like, oh, that's us and awesome. My English studies are awesome because I'm perfect. I accomplish all the things that I need to do.
Yeah,
I never listen something like that. How about you, Bruno?
Well, I think I'm just like Louis. I like it's crazy because I work with that, like I speak in English every day, but I've been trying to join TNT meetings to improve. It's really important for me being here because I can practice other vocabulary, other topics, and I think that's really helpful for me. But in general, I am just trying to come here every day and at least I don't know 3 or 4 times a week. And I also take English classes, like private classes, to improve, and that's what I'm trying to do. I can't study every day, but I'm trying. That's it.
Okay. I don't know if I understood. You are you teaching English and taking English classes as
Yeah,
well?
I
Awesome.
teach, but I also take classes to improve, to practice and to correct my
Awesome.
own
Very good.
mistakes.
Yeah. I think it's the best way, to really understand is teaching, because when you are trying to show something, you really understand, the root of the things. How about you, Victoria?
So far, so good. I think it's doing well. But for example, I know how to talk with you guys in a daily conversation, but I need to improve my academic English because if I want to study abroad or something like that, it's important to improve my English, my technical English. So, yeah, I think that's it. I need to improve for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, but I think the daily conversation in English is enough, in that term, because I have seen a lot of student, PhD student, master degree student that don't know really how to even express the daily English, because for example from Iran, Syria, Chinese, and so on. It's been very interesting to see that.
Yeah.
How about you, Jefferson?
Well, I'm studying for 45 years. A long time ago. I used to say, I'm studying English, I'm studying Portuguese, I study French, I study Spanish.
Studying the life.
The life, that's my life. But I really, I don't study. I really don't study English. I just read a lot. I was reading now, before this talk, the newspaper. It's a very interesting
Awesome.
thing. I love to read newspaper every day. For me, it's very good because you have a lot of new words. You have, for example, the booster now. Do you know the booster? The third dose, you have the jab and the booster. Do you know the jab?
I don't think so. No, I don't
Jab?
know what it means.
GAB? It's to vaccinate.
The jab. Okay.
The jab.
Okay.
And the third dose is the booster. In Portuguese, o reforço.
Oh yeah, the dose that reinforce the previous. Okay.
Yeah, the name is the booster. So for me, it's very good to read this kind of newspaper.
You're right.
And I used to watch every day Bloomberg because I need to know about financial that time economists. So I used to watch every day at least 1 hour. That's the way I'm moving forward.
It's interesting to hear that, because I think that most of the people sometimes think, of course you have a very wide vocabulary to use, it's very good, absolutely, but sometimes when I'm talking with some friends that they aren't Brazilian, I think that's very important to be confident. And I will explain a little bit about that, because they will tell you something that you don't know, like you told us, but you are able to comprehend the main sentence, the main connection of the word. So for example, you said about jab, and then about the vaccine, or you can say about shot, for example. I have heard shot a lot, shot, and it's about the vaccine as well. So, to be, easy, to be calm, to comprehend the things in general, it's more, because sometimes the people is afraid, when someone talk some word that they don't know. It's like, oh my God, I don't know this word. It's very important. Oh my God.
You must see the florist. You
Absolutely.
must see the contest.
Absolutely.
And not the individual. That's the big problem to talk.
Yeah. So from that, let's jump to the question number 2. What's the biggest difficult you face when you're studying English, Victoria?
I think, I don't know if I'm on the intermediate level or beginner level, I don't know. But I think I'm stuck, because I speak here every day on TNT. I don't study English. I was thinking about when Jefferson said, because I just listen to music, speak here every day, talk to us, and talk to you, and yeah, I think that's it. And I watch videos in English as well. So besides, I don't really study English hard. So I think this is a difficult, yeah, I think this is a difficulty. I don't know, because I feel I'm stuck.
Okay, okay. Yeah, then we'll talk about methods, but how about you, Louis?
In my experience, my point of view, I would say my big difficulty in English is definitely the pronunciation, because if you like don't say correctly a thing, you cannot be understood. So pronunciation is my biggest difficulty, even though listening is
Okay,
also a really hard for me. But according to the message, I can understand a little bit. But about the pronunciation, I think it's really difficult. You know.
okay, okay. How about you, Bruna?
Well, um, I don't know. I know, but I do. Okay. Where it's really hard for me is to practice the things that I learn every day. So I teach many things. Like I need to follow some things with my students, but it's not always that I can put that into practice. So sometimes I forget the words. I don't use them enough. So this is something. And I also don't like writing at all, but I know that writing is really important. So I think those are the two most important and like difficult topics for me. Like I don't put the vocabulary that I learn into practice, and I
Okay,
don't like writing, but I know it's important.
okay. Yeah, yeah, very, very good one. I'm listening you, hear you talking, you all actually, and thinking. When we started on TNT, we used to say like, oh, this is a free space, and don't matter your level and so on. But imagine that the people are watching you on YouTube, like they're like, oh, they are talking awesome, like very fluent, because they even stop the words, the sentence. That's really awesome. So I'm a bit afraid about that, because we are shaping very fast the box. And for you, Jefferson.
For me, it's the most difficult is to write, because I need to write papers in English now because I'm a professor, and I
Okay.
used to write in Portuguese, and then I must to to write in English. So it's
Yeah.
so difficult to think in other language. It's very hard. It's not so easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes we make a lot of mistakes, but we're moving forward.
Yeah. Have you think about the
Yeah,
passive and active? That's very important. I've been writing a lot, the articles from my thesis, and that's very hard to change the sentence in that way, because our mind always think like in a passive way. That's the way of the Brazilian
yeah,
way. So sometimes it's very hard to really understand how they think, very direct, like short sentence being very direct,
yeah.
concise.
In active way. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, then I will show you a sample, of an article. Very interesting to compare that stuff. That's very, very interesting to see. I know that the guy wrote the article is Brazilian because he's my friend, but uh, as I'm studying a lot English, when I wrote this, I instantly see that, oh my God, this sentence is a kind of wordy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And well, but we are improving, and that's very nice to see nowadays, this difference. So let's talk about methods. If you have one, what's your method of study, Victoria?
I think I already said how I study. I try to be here every day. Not always I'm able, but I try to talk every day. And for my listening, I listen to music and watch TV shows in English, movies and videos on YouTube. Videos on YouTube are my favorite because they are short, and I'm lazy, guys, so I don't like TV shows because there are 10 episodes, and each one with 1 hour, so I'm lazy. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't like writing, and I'm with you, Bruna. And reading, I think I don't read a lot, so I need to improve my reading and my writing. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Uh, Louis?
So my method of studying the language, like sit down and study formally. I don't like so much. I'm like Victoria. I'm a little lazy, but also like her, I really like watching videos on YouTube and Netflix, like series that I like. And total opposite of you guys, I love writing. I think writing is a way that I can express myself of instead of speaking. So writing is really best for me. And I also like studying by audios with texts. You guys know.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear you talk about being lazy, you and Victoria, because the people that say, I'm lazy, actually they aren't, like because the people that are lazy, oh, I'm not lazy, I work hard.
Yeah, I'm lazy for study formally, but like watching videos on
Okay,
YouTube,
okay.
it's totally easy.
Yeah. I think everyone is kind of shaping and adapting your methods. Is awesome. I have mine as well. Bruna, how about you?
Well, as Louis and Victoria said, I also like to watch videos on YouTube. There is that channel, BBC Learning English. That their videos are not only about like teaching vocabulary, but the way they produce their videos. There are many videos like about specific vocabulary, which I think it's something really interesting. So like when I really have to study, I like to choose some of their videos and like try to find the expressions or like words they share, and I try to make my own sentences, trying to put their words into my vocabulary. um I've been trying to read, as Jefferson said, like reading the newspaper. I think that's something that improves our vocabulary a lot. There are many, many different
Absolutely.
words, and every day that I read a different article, I learn so much. So I've been trying to do that, and I think that's it.
Okay. Jefferson.
And about newspaper, it's very different when we read a newspaper from London, like The Guardian, for example. And I used to read Financial Times, or New York Times, or Washington Post. It's very different, very
I
different.
love
A lot
these.
of
Yeah.
new words. It's very different. So my method is to see the context. So I take notes of the expressions, the new expressions that we use a lot. Not only if you take note of all all the expressions, it's terrible for you because you can comprehend the context. So my method is only to see the new expressions. So I take notes of the expressions and make a tree. I don't know in English. I know mind max, mind X. Do you know mind X? It's like a tree. You're gonna put the words and association the words. I don't know the name in
Okay.
Portuguese. I have a program. Is mind?
Yes, I think it's maps.
Mind maps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind
It's
map,
mind
yeah.
map. And I work this kind. For me, it's very important to see the flowers and not to see the trees.
Yeah,
That's my
very
method.
nice. Thanks a
And
lot for sharing.
I try to use these new words. I try.
Okay.
But if you read the newspaper every day, you see the new words every day. Like I said, booster all the time, booster, jab, jab, jab.
Yeah, but you know, there's a kind of tricky in that learning because you know, sometimes we know a lot of different words of vocabulary, but you aren't able to say them, you know, because you have to at least pronounce all once, you know, like saying once. And for example, a method that I try to use to kind of fill some lacks that I have in my vocabulary and in other stuffs, writing as well, is try to repeat. For example, I need start to use, for example, the present perfect, have been. I have been, you know, have you been, and so on. And for example, there's I used to read a text with a very of those sentence about have been, and reading, you know, once, twice, you know, many times. And then you, of course, it's a kind of boring, but, you know, instantly your brain starts to bring up these words to you use, you know, repeating the things. So sometimes repeating the things, the same thing, repeating like, you know, very mechanical way is the best way. In my case, you know, I don't know how it works, to be honest, really honest, but works to me, you know. And doing that, you know, sometimes I remember a lot of different words, and where you know that word came from, I don't know, but I'm using. So just, you know, that's very nice to see that. It's a kind of brain stuff that I really don't know how it works. How
Yeah,
operate.
I think it works a lot because it's related how kids learn, you know, because kids
Absolutely.
repeat a song over and over and over, you know, so they learn very quickly, and I think it's because that. And can I add something about my method that I forgot?
Feel free. The stage is yours.
Thank you. I said that I'm here every day, and since I have a method to be part of here as well. For example, if I have a question here and I don't know a word or a expression, for example, committed. I don't know
Okay.
if it's correct about the five question. I didn't know this word, so I searched. I put on translator to listen how can I say this word, and when I'm thinking about my answer, I for sure I will search for expressions and words, new words. So I learn a lot with TNT, and then I write on my own group on WhatsApp, and after the meetings I will sit again and try to make my own sentence like Bruna said, as Bruna said, sorry, and I learn a lot. That's it.
Oh, you know what? I have been talking with other person from, you know, very different countries, and when I'm talking on TNT, you know, it's very impressive how we can talk very, you know, very good, very fast actually as well, because, you know, the pronunciation, the Brazilian know how to, you know, we have a very good pronunciation. We understand more than English. I don't know why, you know, but comparing to other, you know, people from other countries, I think that's very impressive. And but as you can stay only here, you know, among Brazilians, we do not perceive that. And we always say the same, I'm not good, I'm not good. But when you face other people, you know, that is also learning English from a different country, and you see, oh, I'm not, you know, I think I'm good. Because, you know, we don't have this kind of, how can I explain, but, you know, that way of make the comparison, you know, properly. We don't have
Yes.
this. So sometimes it's very important to try, it's very important to see other people from other countries learning English, you know, to have this comparison. That's very interesting
Yeah, I
because,
totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because the people, I heard a lot that, like the people saying that's not good. And I'm thinking, oh, you are good, but you don't know. But yeah, go ahead. Say, continue saying that, that you aren't good, but I know that you are, but it's very hard to show the people, oh, compare yourself to others, not being very sentimental, emotionally way, but, being very, how can I say, honest with with your process. Like, oh, let me compare my pronunciation, to, for example, people from Africa pronunciation or people from Asia pronunciation. No, be honest with that. It's a very methodical way. I know that the people don't say that, don't do that, but it's a very good thing to do.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the first sentence that I English learning in Brazil it's like, I sorry about my English, or I don't speak English, already speaking in English. So we aren't confident. I think that's it. We are sorry all the time, like sorry about that, sorry about this. It's
Yeah,
I think
that's
part of our
very
culture.
interesting. I don't know why, it's something that we need to investigate,
Yeah.
about feelings of our country, in general. That's very strange.
I think it's because there's a lot of judgment when we are speaking English, like people are used to making fun of you when you are mispronouncing something. Even at school, like when you are learning, it's pretty common to make fun of other people when they are mispronouncing something. So I think people got shy, or I don't know,
Yeah.
felt insecure because of it, and yeah, it's pretty common to see that here on like TNT, like people who are starting, like who are coming here for the first time. They say, I'm really sorry about my English, I'm not good, but
Yeah.
we can understand that pretty well, and they can like communicate clearly, and it's okay, like we all make mistakes, it's common, I think.
Yeah, but it's not only about the English. I think about almost everything, Brazilians have this kind of sensation, this behavior, afraid to have a mistake in front of others. So that's very interesting. And what
Yeah.
do you think, Louis?
As Bruna said, it's totally about the Brazilians' judgment. The Brazilians guys totally judge people who speak English. As we guys know, the proficiency of languages, no, it's native speaker English in Brazil is totally poor. And yeah, I totally agree with you guys said. It's totally about the judgment. Yeah, I have no words to say. I think it's like that.
How about you, Jefferson? Do you have an opinion about this behavior?
Em português, esse complexo de vira-lata. It's terrible for us.
In English, I don't know.
I don't know how to say this. I think how to say in English. I don't know. But complexo de vira-lata in English is the complex of inferiority. Huh? You feel lower. Because I have a very good experience. I have been in Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Hong Kong, and a lot of countries and cities behind. The English of them is too bad, too bad. It's impossible to understand sometimes what the Asian are saying. It's impossible. But because they can't pronounce the R, for example, the R all the time. They transform R in L. It's terrible for us. I have been in Qatar. Qatar is the same. It's terrible to the comprehension of what they are saying. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's like in India. It's the same. Bra, brai, brai, bra, brai. I can't understand what they are saying all the time. And we from Brazil have a very good pronunciation, but we have this complexity of inferiority, complexo de vira-lata em português.
Yeah, I
For me,
totally
this
agree.
is the big problem. The big problem. So I think the Brazilian is very shy to talk. It's very shy to talk. All the time, sorry about this, about that. You never can say sorry about something. Never.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, because it's sign out sorry to trying to learn something in English different, the language that I'm not my language, my tongue, my native language. It's don't do not any make sense, to say sorry in that situation because you are learning and you will commit a lot of mistakes, But yeah, the Brazilian way.
I
And
think
the
I
conversation is go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say that the conversation is only going because of your English, so you don't have to say sorry for nothing.
Our self-esteem as Brazilians are pretty low, actually, because if a gringo came here and say, Eu
Definitely.
amar brasileiros, we say, oh my God, you're doing so well, congratulations. But if we make a mistake, oh my God, our own judgments are so hard. So I think you are learning, so make mistakes. It's normal. It's normal.
Yeah, but it's very hard to share that kind of mindset, like to make the people think different. It's very hard. I think we are doing that here on TNT, but it's TNT is a very closed box if you pay attention because we always see the same people, and the change is not too much. But yeah, we are trying, and that I think it's very, I'm very happy to hear that you are saying, because means that some people reflect about that, that's behavior that's wrong, actually. Yeah, that's sad as well because that a lot of people stop to trying to achieve your goals and something like that because feel that feeling sad, feeling less, trying to do this. Okay, let's talk about happy thing now to switch this thing. Victoria, tell us one of your long-term goals.
Long-term goals, it's like, how can I say in Portuguese? Metas de longa data,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Let me see. I want to be fluent in English and in other languages because I love learning language. Mainly language from Latin, like French, Spanish, Italian. I think it's pretty beautiful. I want about English. I I want to be able to study like a college abroad or something like that, work abroad. Yeah, I think about English. I think that's it.
Okay. Awesome. Bruna, how about you?
Mm, as Vitória was saying, I also want to study a different language. I've been trying to study Spanish on Duolingo. It's hard sometimes, but I think one of my goals is not only study Spanish, but also being able to join a TNT meeting in Spanish. That's one of my goals. And I also want to take proficiency test called CAE. And I think these are my two goals.
Awesome. How about you, Louis?
So for longer term, I would like to be fluent in the language, like take the CPA proficiency test in English, be able to travel for wherever I want to, and make English as a part of my life, you know. Everything that I want to do is totally in English. And for a short term, I don't know, just keep a conversation with you guys, maybe. What
Awesome.
about you, Jefferson?
Long-term goals to be alive because with good health. Because I know I have no problem. I know a lot of countries. I know to speak. I have no problem to speak in English, to speak French, to speak Spanish. I have no problem with this. And my long-term goals now is to be good in advanced Excel and business intelligence and our language. Just it, because the rest I'm so funny, so happy.
Yeah, so it's not just be alive. You have a lot of very interesting long-term goals. You know?
Yeah, I have three challenges. For me, it's this now. This now. The rest, I'm very happy. Very happy with my life. No problem.
Awesome. I have been I have reading a book, you know, about how to face your stuff like a professional, you know. It's a kind of a romancer, a the writer. He used to write romance, you know, but this book is about he kind of used some example, you know, to show how can we be professional facing our stuffs, you know. It's very interesting because we are talking and we are discussing it right now, this thing, you know, because for example, Louis told us that, you know, he want to make the English part of him life, you know. That's, you know, is this behavior or this mentality is to face your thing, you know, properly, like a professional. I'm not just want to learn English, you know. I want to teach English. I want to, you know, shape my writing, you know. I want to listen a lot, learning more, you know, because I think there are a lot of people that just saying something like, oh, I want to learn, you know, just to learn, you know, just to let it go. You learn just to say, you know, a couple of words, but it's enough. And it's very good hear the people saying something like, you know, that want to face and take the control of your learning and your process. That's very nice, very beautiful. So I think I will bring the other people to the main room, but let me see a question here. To Bruna, are you a person committed to your life goals?
I've been trying to be this type of person. I think nowadays I can say that I am. Like, I was talking yesterday on a meeting that in the past I didn't have much goals, you know, but now I can see that I want to achieve things, and I've been trying to study and to do my best to achieve my goals and to do the things that I want to. So yes, I can say that I am.
Very good. And how about you, Victoria?
Yeah, I think I'm learning how to be because I have a lot of things to do in my daily life. Not now because now I'm on my vacations, but in normal life I have a lot of things to do, so I must be.
Awesome. Welcome back, guys. How was the conversation for you? Someone want to say something?
Okay.
Was good.
When you have a great conversation with my classmate, this talk is so good to discuss. I love it because everyone change your share your opinion about studying English, and your routine is so great. I learn a lot. I learn other vocabulary. It's so good. Thank you for this.
Yeah, nice to hear that. Easy piece topic,
Yeah.
to discuss in a holiday.
Yeah, it's so easy, but it's so great for this.
And yeah, how was for you, Claudia?
Oh, it was a good conversation. This subject, it is great. Talk about learning English to me, it is a pleasure. It is good, very good. And I learn a lot with my friends in the room, because we talk about many tips about learning English. To me, it is amazing. I'm thankful for that.
Thanks. I would like to say thanks to you, Claudia, and thanks for sharing. Christine, can you answer a specific question? Question number 4. What's your method of study?
Okay, hi everyone. I have a private teacher. It's more like a private mentor, and she gives us a method to learn English all the days. You need to practice just maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes each day, because we are in contact with the language all the days, and that is so good for you, and you can improve your English with that, and make the things and the tasks fun, because if you think this is boring, you don't want to do that. And then she tried to show us the fun activities to do all the days, and that's it.
Yeah, it is exactly what we are trying to do right now here on TNT. Make the learning English fun,
She indicates TNT to me, because I have to do more conversation. I like this, and she gave this advice for you, and was very good. Thank you.
Oh, nice, very nice, awesome. And Mateus, what's your method? Reveal that for us right now, live on YouTube.
So I don't have a specific method, because I remember when I started to learn English, I started to learn online, on the internet. But I wasn't able to speak so much, because I only watch videos about some explanations about the grammar, and also some exercise for practice the listening. And also after that, I thought to myself, I need to speak more. And then I started to have classes with a private tutor, and it was so amazing, because I was able to improve, to improve my pronunciation, my grammar skills, and I'm so grateful, for her, because she was an amazing teacher. And after having classes with her, I discovered TNT, and I was able to practice every day. And nowadays, I used to write more, to practice my grammar. And sometimes I speak by myself, at home, just to improve my speaking, because to me, speaking, it's more difficult than listening. I don't know if you guys have this struggle, but to me, speaking is more difficult. And that's it. It's a long journey.
You told us about speak alone, kind of. It's a technique actually. It's called shadowing. To pretend talking with someone. You're creating your mind some question and you answer. Shadowing. Improving your accent and doing it a lot, creating some question and answering, or even saying things that you are doing, like, oh, I'm presenting TNT, now I will click that, I'll click the right button and insert it, so on. Very nice way, actually, Matheus.
And
Can I say
Hey.
something, please?
And
Yeah,
I'd like sharing with
Okay.
you. To me, it is good for me. Sometimes I expose me more at different accents. I follow the accents about Australian, Indian, Russian, and Russian, Canadian, different accents. It has improved a lot my listening.
Yeah, nice, very nice. Thanks for sharing. Go ahead,
And
Alexander.
I'd like to say something about I think the good method is immerse yourself in everything you are doing in your life. If you are studying for a lawyer or a medical or a doctor or to be a good speaker, you have to immerse yourself totally. Okay? It's for the life, all the life. If you want to be have a good job or work in a big company or be a private worker, immerse yourself. And I immerse myself in English because I need to improve my mind. My mind is becoming old and I have to improve my mind. So I turn my cell phone, my computer to English. My TV is all the time on the CNN International. It's not, I'll go and learn every single day a little and improving a little. Okay.
Awesome, Michelle. Thanks for sharing that. And we was talking about that, in the main room, mentality, and I think it's very, very important to keep your mindset and set up in your goals, your way to see the things in a wide perspective. That's very important. Thanks a lot, Alexander.
Yeah.
So was that for today, guys? Have a nice children's holiday to you, and that's all.
See you
Thanks a lot.
to you.
Yeah, see you
Thank
the
you,
next week.
guys. See you later.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
See you later.
Keep studying English.